Oh, it went on both.
Hey.
Hey, it went on both.
Back at it, Friday Night Live.
Hey, we outside or inside.
Yeah.
We outside.
What up, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Another week in the books. Friday done rolled back around once again.
Yeah.
You
Let me
know,
turn this
it
sound up.
just, that mic sound crispy too, bro.
Listen, we're gonna get you right.
That mic sounded crispy over there, bro.
Yeah, man.
Sounded nice and crispy.
We still in our experimental phase with this whole live thing,
Hey, man.
but we
You
appreciate
know, we're
all
gonna
the
try all of
subscribers
this.
and all the people. Them we
We're
we've
gonna
been
try
we've
all
been
of this.
we've been stuck at what was it 54,
Like
53.9
54, 53.9.
for a while.
53.986, 53.947, like wildness,
You
complete
gotta love it,
wildness.
man. You gotta love it.
What do you do?
This is the beauty of this thing, man. I remember when we was at like 400 subscribers trying to get to
Yeah,
500.
trying to get to 500, trying to get to
And
a
yeah.
thousand. Yeah, it's been a. You got the sponsor for tonight?
This is Jameson once again. A different.
Sponsored by Jamie.
This is regular old Jamie.
It's a regular old Jamie cup.
People have been reaching out about like sponsorship packages and things. I'm just like,
Hey, cool.
whatever, man. Just
Tell them to hit our booking agent.
yeah, that's up.
Hit the
I ain't
booking agent.
we're gonna do a little different tonight. I'm trying not to play any music. We just gonna have some conversation. Just a little rundown, fake ass nightcap. Um but I was scrolling through the other day and I saw,
Mhm.
well, first of all, we did a Kanye episode and we did Father Stretch
Mhm.
My Hands Part 2. Um I would say the performance of the episode was underwhelming because I was like, man, people ain't really rock with Kanye like that. Then I like was wondering like what was the deal?
Mm,
But I know he's in the news. He's been talking crazy and all that. But then I
wow,
realized, well, then I saw the comment on Twitter where he was coming at J and B with the R word
crazy.
and all of that about their
That's
kids.
crazy.
Um, I thought that was crazy, son.
Thought that was insane.
Like, first of all, it didn't seem real. People and all in the comments was like, "Is this real? Is
First,
this real? Is this real?"
first.
Everybody wanted to know if
That's
it
the
was real.
first response,
Like, it didn't seem real. And
bro.
then he said something about taking it down, and he mentioned Down syndrome, and the son is spiraling. Like,
Spiraling, completely spiraling.
yo, it's not enough
Sad to
bread
watch too,
in the world. You know what I'm saying? Not enough bread,
bro.
fame to experience what he's experiencing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't sign up for that. I ain't
Bro,
see that coming. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody saw it coming. I'm sure he didn't.
Like, it's
And I'm
wild.
and I get the whole. I don't want to downplay the mental health aspect of this.
Yeah. It's there.
Um, yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. Um, but some bridges you burn, I don't know if you can't cross those again.
Yeah.
Once you start involving people's children and start talking crazy, and especially you bring up the R word, and
Yeah.
like that's wild. Like,
Yeah. It's insane. It's
and then
insane.
I like going as far as the some of the extra sides of the story was him and Kim going back and forth with the kids or whatever, their
Hmm.
custody battle or whatever. Apparently during a time where he had North with him,
Yeah.
um, apparently he told Kim, "Hey, Andrew's about to come over here." Uh, Andrew Tate. Not sure
Hmm.
if you know who Andrew Tate is, but
Yeah.
him and his brother, yeah, those two dudes that got, I think Trump got them out of some sort of Russian prison or something for sex
Yeah.
trafficking and all of that. Not sure why you would want that around your young preteen daughter, but I think Kim came over there and picked her up immediately.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, if that's what you got going on over there, I'm gonna go ahead and come and pick her up. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy to watch. I mean, I get the whole, like I said, the mental health side of it,
Mhm.
but there's some things are just way too far out of bounds, even for that to be the driving force behind it. Like some stuff is, no matter what, it's just it should be off limits.
Yeah, it's a scary thing, man. It's a scary time.
It
Scary to
is.
see this man spiraling the way he's spiraling. At times like this, I think about the end. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I think about how we're gonna remember him. You know what I'm saying? Because his best years are behind him
Clearly behind him. Clearly,
in terms
clearly.
of artistry, in terms of how we revered him and how we looked up to him and the
Hmm.
impact he had.
Yeah,
It's it's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it
man.
makes me think about the drug of fame and
There's always that part of it.
yeah,
There's always that part of it because if you think about it, he hasn't really been getting any response and no feedback to some of the other crazy shit he's done. Like nobody's really paying him any attention. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's just Ye being Ye." Nobody's, feel like he has to do something real extreme in order to get a rise out of people now because people are kind of used to him, going off the deep end every now and then. But
yeah,
feel like it has to get more extreme now for him to get like a response and or a rise out of people now because at this point, like to go this far and like I mean you can see it was leading up to this though. Not to say that the whole Jay thing we didn't see that, but like all of the out of line comments, the Kendrick, I don't know why Kendrick is on this album.
yeah,
I don't like his music. Why is he on Playboy Cardi's album? Like you could see like the complete devolving. You could see the unraveling coming. But yeah, this is like I don't know how you come back from this because
I'm
again,
glad you
once you
mentioned
involve
Playboy
somebody's
Cardi.
children,
I'm glad you mentioned Playboy Cardi because
nice pivot.
yeah, I'll maybe do a whole episode on Playboy Cardi. Like I really want to feature and dive into this situation, right? Because my young boy, shout out to my boy DP Daryl Parsons. I want to bring him on next week
Okay.
because he went to North Springs. I coached him back in the days, North Springs High School. Shout out to North Springs. Jordan Carter was a player there when I coached.
Jordan Carter. Okay.
Yeah. He left the team,
Okay.
and this was probably before I got on staff. So I used to see him in the hallway. And I'd be like, "Yo, Jordan, why you ain't playing, man?" And he's just like he was done. Grades was a
Okay.
thing.
Of
He
course.
Yeah, grades was a thing, and I don't think he finished. I think he dropped out. I think he might have left. Um,
Okay.
but he was a cool kid, cool, quiet to himself.
Got you.
Year or two later, and I'm gonna tell this story next week when Daryl was on. Year or two later, or maybe a year later, I'm hearing the kids talking about Cardi, yo, Cardi this, and they
Mm-hmm.
got song. This is the time of SoundCloud. This is Little Yachty. This was Cardi, and he had a song called Broke Boy. They played it for me, and I was like, nah, I'm not.
This ain't it.
It was nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no catchy hook. It wasn't crazy.
Right.
I wasn't like, yo, I got to. He's next. And at
I
that
gotta
time,
have this.
I'm still thinking rhyme good, right? I'm still
Right.
thinking
Right.
this is, a time when I'm like, all right, you still should be good at rap. 2012,
At the very
2013,
least.
whatever it is.
Right.
So long story short, Broke Boy starts to blow up. I think he does a video for it. And I'm just like, what is happening? I'm just not understanding music at this time.
Yeah.
And he keeps on going, keeps going. Here we are today. I think he got the double XL freshman look. He's been on Kanye's joint.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to a couple of songs. I listened to this new album briefly,
Mm-hmm.
and my man DP hit me and was like, "Yo,
Pause.
pause." He was like, I asked him, I was like, "Yo, have you ever spoken to Cardi?" He's like, "No, never. He's the biggest artist on the planet." So I was like,
What?
"What?"
What?
So I'm like, "Not the
What
biggest artist."
planet?
He's not the biggest on, and he's arguing me down. Yo, he's bigger than everybody.
It's gotta
Bigger
be
than
gotta
this.
be another planet.
Bigger than another planet, right?
Gotta
Bigger
be.
than Drake. Bigger than Kendrick. So I'm like, all right. Kendrick just did the Super Bowl. I said, yo, he just did the Super Bowl, so he can't be bigger than him. He's like,
Right.
yes, he is. Yes, he is, coach. Because every time they on a show together, Kendrick opens up for him. Cardi goes last. I said, okay. And then he says the words that shook my soul.
Yo,
He was like, yo, Playboy Cardi is getting compared to Michael Jackson. And I was like, which Michael Jackson? which
Michael Jackson that used to play for Georgetown?
Which Michael Jackson?
Like, what Michael Jackson we talking about here?
And it just threw me off completely. And I was like, nah, fam.
Nah, come on, bro.
So I had to like look real quick. I'm like, did he sell 70 million? Did I miss it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson?
It's like 300,000 here. You know, some great numbers. Great numbers. Right? This new album is gonna have 30 songs on Billboard #1 at the same time. Great.
First of all, wow, the album have 30 songs, but that's another story.
It has 30 songs on it. It's very long. I mean, it's a different generation, man.
I don't even in a different generation, I don't think this new generation has the attention span for 30 songs.
Nah, I don't think so either. I know that the playlist concept is to get more money. By getting more plays and streams, you get more money. I don't think it's smart. I think it's better to do less because you get better music, but people do more joints. I listen to it. I listen to some of it. And I try to imagine being 23, 24 years old.
Okay.
You know, riding around, not caring about words and just caring about vibe and you know what I'm saying? Like just, you know what I mean? And
yeah, just the vibe.
Yeah, just the vibe. Some of it still sounded a little crazy. I still was a little like just extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe you're gonna do this thing, this air out, this shoot this person, this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's them old ass ears, man.
I know they old, man, but I started really thinking, I was like, yo, how much senseless violence did we really absorb? Like senseless, like
right.
NWA was a little borderline, but it wasn't senseless with no cadence.
Listen, these segues and transitions are great. So speaking of NWA, so I went down the rabbit hole of listening to the Huggins for Life album again, right?
Salute, D-Block. Yep.
I absolutely love this album, first of all.
Okay.
Huggins for Life was like my first full indulge into the West Coast, right?
Yep, mine too. Well,
I'm remembering this. Well, yeah, Q, right. So I'm remembering being probably in junior high listening to this album, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the song She Swallowed It.
She Swallowed It, yep.
Right?
Yep.
And I went back to the song and I'm like, in my mind, I'm singing the song in my mind. And I got to a part that got kind of disturbing. Yeah, I got to a part that got kind of disturbing. What is that?
What part was this? The intro?
No, not even. The part that was kind of disturbing was I don't know if you remember when he took the girl to the movies. He was like,
wasn't it like rape or something? Or it was a teenage girl?
So he was like, wait, what is he? What he's he was at the drive-in. That one night I was at the drive-in in a car, son. I'm like, I'm listening, and I'm going through it in my mind. He's like, now what do you expect? They're gonna dog you like a doggy. 30 minutes later, and the windows all foggy. And now I'm up in my car, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I get to the part where he's like, I wish I was in the bucket to be the sixth nigga with the hoe so I could
fuck it.
So I told him, bitch, that I was with, that I'm going to the stack bar. I got the fuck out the car.
Yeah, he left the girl, left the bitch in the car.
So I went to the bucket and I looked through the window. There was some niggas that I knew. They let me in. And my turn was, he said my turn was like next. I couldn't see her face. All I saw was a pussy in her chest. Yeah. I wanted to see the face. I felt that order. People over the seat. Oh shit, it's the preacher's daughter. And he said, and she's only 14.
Ow.
I said, yo. Yikes. Wait a minute. 14? So
wait. Sorry. So he was on a date.
He was on a date at the drive-thru.
At the drive-in.
A chick that said no fucking on the first date shit. And he was like, damn, he wished he was in the bucket because he seen when they pulled in, he knew they had the chick with him.
It was 5 of them.
It was 5 of them. He was like, now what do you expect? They're gonna dog her like a doggy. 30 minutes later, and the windows all foggy. And like I'm going through the song, I'm like, oh son, 14 and a whole.
So I mean, if you paint that picture, you want a date with Shorty. She like, nah, not tonight. First time, whatever. You like, yo, I see these dudes over there with this chick 5 deep.
So,
I could be number 6.
I could be number 6.
Let me tell Shorty I got something to do. I go knock on them. I look in the window. I know them. Son. They like, yo, you could be number 6. You haven't even seen who the girl is yet.
Mm-mm.
And then you see her face.
See who it is.
You like, oh, that's the preacher's daughter.
It's preacher's daughter.
She a freshman in high school.
Yeah. She's 14.
Let me eat. Like, what?
Listen,
that is
this should ruin my entire enjoyment of that song, bro.
I mean, that's pretty horrible. That's
like, wait, what? First of all, why 5 of y'all with her? That's first
5.
5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
right.
children.
So imagine being a parent, because our parents didn't care what we listened to back then.
At all.
So imagine being a parent and hearing your teenage, adolescent child, hearing she swallowed it.
She swallowed it.
Just don't bite it,
son. It's the world's biggest.
Don't matter. Just don't bite it.
Don't matter. Just don't bite it.
What?
Son.
And we listened to this and we absorbed this
faithfully.
And dare I say, it didn't really shape my character.
No.
I brushed it off. I didn't want to go gang bang and get in the bucket and leave my date. But that story is wild, crazy,
son. That story is nuts, bro.
And I'm pretty sure if we dig and we keep researching, we'll find more of these that are disturbing.
Absolutely.
I've heard some that were disturbing. Even when what was it, Poison? When
the
rap that Busta Rhymes wrote.
Oh really?
Or was that
it wasn't Poison. It was
Thought It Was Me.
No, it was backstage, underage, adolescent. How you doing? Fine.
Yeah. Do me.
Do the wild thing. Do me.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Backstage, underage, adolescent. What? How you doing? Fine. What? What? Son.
I like to do the wild thing.
I like to do the wild thing. That's your next comment.
And Busta Rhymes wrote that.
Son, that is insane.
Speaking of Busta Rhymes.
Transition. See what I did there?
He dropped a new short EP.
Okay.
Which you haven't heard yet.
I have not.
There's some good songs on there. Some good songs, some good flows on there. Simba got a dope verse. Killer Mike got a dope verse.
Okay.
But I watched a video on Instagram earlier this week. I forgot the dude's name. I wish I could shout him out. But he pretty much broke down the verse on Look at Me Now.
Okay.
And called it one of the worst rhymes ever created. I may be paraphrasing, but I felt like he said that. He had the lyrics in the green screen and he read the lyrics.
Okay.
And I would bite his style right now. I'm not going to do that. But man, oh man.
Really?
Was he right?
Oh, wow.
Was he right? Oh, geez.
He was correct after all that too?
Oh my God. Got to get away. Like, and I'll be going and I got to go and I got to flow and I've been doing it. It's like, it was saying a bunch of, and he's saying, he bigged him up. He's like, yo, Busta's dope. He's a legend. He's nice. He was like, but this particular verse that people be trying to say and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like it gets bigged up for being a dope flow.
Sorry.
But the nothingness within those bars is a lot.
It is a lot. It is.
And over the years, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the irony in that verse is I usually use that verse for like to test my level of intoxication.
Oh, you try to say it?
Yeah.
You see, I gotta go and then I gotta flow and then I gotta know it. Then I brought it forward. That's what you do.
He said, "You say." What? Yeah. Yeah, you said you do that?
You do that? That's how
Son,
you.
you're an idiot, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's my
Listen, man.
son.
You know I don't listen. Busta Rhymes, man. First of all, he says the N word
Way too much.
entirely too much. Like
Entirely.
if you count them, I think he breaks the record.
I agree.
And I'm not saying that as a pro-black righteous brother. I'm saying that as a writer, it's
you say
lazy
that as
as
soul brother number one.
It's so lazy. Like you could replace that with something else.
Really easy.
Once in a while. I think it hinders his ranking in the world, man. I feel like because he's had some dope verses on the album. He got some dope verses. I think
this is true.
This is the best hip hop entertainer we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They go nuts, yo.
What nuts at?
You see him?
No. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Nuts must not be busy tonight. You must be available.
He just came.
He must be available tonight.
Yo.
What up, y'all?
What up?
What it be like, bro?
It's good to see you, brothers. It's been a minute,
man.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen.
That's a fact.
Yes, better to be seen than viewed.
Yes, indeed. What's the word? What's the times? What we on tonight?
Man, we experimenting, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get like y'all, so we just trying to figure out this live thing. So
that's it.
Yeah, we ain't worried about
we on IG, we on YouTube. We just trying shit out right now.
yeah.
I'm with you.
We doing something different. We tired of playing music and YouTube being like, we ain't paying y'all. So
yo, they getting out of control. They've been out of control, but it's like lately they really are even getting more stricter with everything they're trying to do. So I understand.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
we was just
saying us. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, we was just talking about Kanye. We segued into Playboy Cardi, and then we was talking about Busta. But what are your thoughts on Kanye's tweet about Jay and Beyonce?
I mean, all right, I'm gonna keep it short. This a short background. You know, I had Kanye as one of the most influential people in hip hop ever. Mm-hmm. Right. And I kind of still do, because I can't take that part away from him. But it's just the line and the marketing schemes that he does on a regular basis now. It's like a record rollout. He's like, what can I say to piss everybody off that's gonna get attention on my clothing, on my equipment, on whatever I'm pushing? So that it's exhausting, bro. It's more disappointing than anything, because I always go back to what Mos Def first said about Kanye that made me even want to check him out. You know, when he said he called him the future of hip hop back in 2002?
Yeah.
When Kanye was doing the spoken word, the Def Poetry Jam and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it takes me back to that and where it's led to, but it's just it's more disappointing than anything. But I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
The cycles we go through with him, and it's so determinant on making sure that we all see that it's a cycle. It's just, we keep going back to it, and they're like, oh, he needs help. Oh, nah, he's good. Oh, he needs help. Oh, nah,
and that's what I said. I hate to dismiss the mental health part of it, but at the same time, this is a cycle with him. Like, he says and does outlandish shit until you stop paying him attention, and then it has to get to an extreme outlandishness before he gets a response, and then once he has your attention, that's when he does what he does.
Yeah.
So we didn't give you a proper introduction. I want to introduce everybody to the DJ Notch, the world-renowned DJ, one of the best DJs I've ever experienced. He DJed my wedding, killed it to the point where people wanted copies of the actual wedding, like the playlist. And did you know it got played at other weddings? Did you know that same?
Nah. What?
Yeah. Somebody owes you money.
That playlist was a big deal, man. Look, that playlist had Big Bird on the dance floor.
Yeah, we had Big Bird at my wedding. It was crazy.
Yo,
that playlist had Big Bird on the dance floor, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all's wedding was like something. It's always different when it's your own people's, right?
Yeah.
Because you especially wanted to go good, but y'all had so much going on that I didn't even know about. I'm like, yo, wait, what is going on?
And it was me and my wife. It wasn't me and Boardwalk. Just clarity. You know.
You stupid.
Me and my wife.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Just clear. Like we are in Atlanta. I know that.
Being clear.
But it's still memorable, Will. To this day, it's memorable. Still one of my favorite weddings I got to be a part of, yo.
Yeah, man. 10 years, bro. It's crazy.
Woo! Man, congratulations, yeah. Jeez. I can't get out the start blocks, but that's another story.
He said I can't get out the start.
We got another show. We can talk about all of that. And speaking of shows, you have more than one show now. You talk about your shows that you got going on.
All right, so we got Pause for Applause that you brothers so graciously were a part of. That was about a year and a half ago now.
Man,
yeah, we got to run that back.
Jeez.
We got to run that back. Pause for Applause podcast, where we talk about everything under the sun, from manhood and culture, to fatherhood, to a little bit about relationships, of course, about music, things like that. We had a great one this past Tuesday, but I'll get back to that later. Another one that I'm a part of is called what is it called? The Real Review. So my man Herb over there at what's the name of his studios? Live Hip Hop Daily. He reached out because he had a partner who's in the music and the movie industry, right? He does voice of his brother named Kisan. Real cool dude, Will. He had an idea for reviewing only to-be projects. So that's what we do on a Real Review. We do that probably about once or twice a month. Exactly.
It's funny, actually.
Exactly. So that's called the Real Review. That's doing real well.
Oh my God, I'm listening.
Over there on YouTube, bro. It's hilarious, man. And I needed something like that because most of the stuff I talk about is very serious. So I needed to take something a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? Any other time they're like, yo, not too serious. So I was like, yeah, I know. So he brought me in for that. And then the last one that I'm a part of is called My Mind Frame. My Frame of Mind.
Okay.
That's that's a one-on-one conversation I have with different individuals, kind of like in a DJ Vlad, just without the BS. So I'm not on camera for that one. So we just get to know people, know what they about, know what they have going on. So we've been having some real special episodes with that. So yeah, that's where I'm at in the podcast space.
Yeah. Like Shannon Sharp out this piece.
Right. I'm surprised you had time tonight, bro.
I just hit him on a whim, like, yo, what you doing?
Right. Hey, man, you happen to catch you with an opening in your schedule.
Well, listen. When you sent the text to me, I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. He's like, and then I saw StreamYard pop up. I'm like, oh, they want me on it. All
right. Why not? Yeah.
Like I'm about to tune in and see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Listen, we figuring this thing out, man. We figuring this thing out. So it's Friday night. We snipping, chilling, talking.
Word.
You know,
that's it.
Being that you're a DJ, so that second topic that we morphed into was Playboy Cardi. So I was telling Boardwalk and our thousands of viewers that I was a coach at North Springs when Playboy Cardi was a student, and he was on the team briefly, but stopped playing. I think he stopped going to school. I'm not sure, but I feel like he did. Probably. But now he's blown up to the point where he's, as one of my former students and players told me, he's comparable to Michael Jackson. Yeah. So
let that waft over you for a little bit. Let that wash over you for a little bit.
Take your time with that. I want to have him on next week to talk about that. But he's been sending me clips all week. People in the comments, yo, he's the new MJ. Just all types of comments. And I was like, yo, where do you get this from? He's like, yo, he's a mystery. If you see him and get to take a picture with him, it's like a big deal. So I was like, well, he's probably Bigfoot, not Michael, right? Like,
right. Like that'll probably be more comparable.
That's more Sasquatchy than MJ.
Right.
But
than MJ.
How do you play like the Playboy Cardis? Like, do you play some of this music that the youngsters are requesting? Like, how does that work for you as a DJ?
Yeah, for me, I do. Matter of fact, I was filling in for my boy, my homie Tony Stone. Shout out to him. He's got a client out there in Barrow County. I was at Osborne Middle School. today, right? Jesus and I don't normally do like school events, anything like that. Not anymore. Unless it's like, college, maybe a prom here or there. But anyway, I was helping him. I was filling in for him because he was double booked. So I do still play it a little bit, but I still play Cardi. Like, everybody knows Pull Up With a Stick. That's basically a classic, an A-Town classic. Okay. So that stays in rotation.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's that joint and a few of his other ones. Cardi's been off the scene for a little minute. Like, so this project he dropped.
Like
it's been like, what, 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah, yep.
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to tap in.
And so when it dropped, I think it came out 2 weeks ago, I want to say. I ran through it because there's so much music that comes out. And I found a couple joints on that. I played one at one event. I got a couple of events this weekend. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it's like
I think Pop Out was the one that people were playing.
Yes, Pop Out is the big single. Matter of fact, they requested it today, but I didn't have the clean version, so I was at a school, so I couldn't play it. I mean, plus what he's talking about, I really don't need to be playing it at a school anyway. But
that's in Barrow County.
I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but go ahead.
Cardi definitely is. I will say, not Michael Jackson. He is an enigma when it comes to Atlanta music scene and the music scene period. Because prior to this album coming out, I was having conversations with people who were like, Cardi is it. It's like whenever he goes live, it's like a once in a thousand opportunity for people to see him and get to interact with him and things like that. And I was like, that. I ain't know. So
he had a nice mystique about himself.
He's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
I will say I have had conversations about that same mystique that we're talking about. MJ, they wilding, but that's this whole generation too.
Yeah,
they like throwing the greatest of all time. They like giving people from Cleveland, calling them the greatest ballers, and it's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, come on. It's like, all right, you got to understand where you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Everybody's town is the best to them, of course. That's just
exactly. I don't know if we jumped out the window the same way they do, though. It's like I'm trying to remember. I'm a Knicks fan. I think we all Knicks fans, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we're not. No, we are not.
Let me disconnect right now. Hold on.
But you see this guy.
How you get to become a Warrior? Is that a Warriors hat?
Yeah,
it is. I ain't recognize the colors.
I ain't recognize the colors.
I left my Nets hat downstairs, but
Run TMC got me early, man.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
But no, I just remember like being a Knicks fan, and then people talk about Dr. J. I didn't immediately like shit on Dr. J just because Jordan was doing what he was doing to my Knicks. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jordan earned it. And not to say, I was joking about the LeBron thing, not to say he hasn't earned the conversation. Of course he has. But a lot of the other topics, I feel like they want to make their stamp so bad, they'll throw GOAT on top of anything. You know what I'm saying? Just because it comes from them and their peers. And that's why I be looking at them crazy. You know what I'm like? And they're like, nah, you OG now, you Unc. And I was like, yeah, but I'm realistic. Y'all are not, y'all are being Dallas Cowboys fans about everything. Y'all are not going to win the chip. That's all I'm saying.
This is Cowboys fan right here.
Cowboy fan here. Listen, we can have this conversation another day, but I compared Nas to the Cowboys, and for good reason, but that's another conversation.
Oh, that's another conversation.
That's a whole other conversation.
But I was thinking that to go with what you're saying, I feel like it's our fault. It's our generation's fault because I feel like we went so hard, and when the new music and a new region ushered in, we didn't celebrate them. We didn't pass anything down, and everybody became kind of bitter towards not only New York.
No, I'm not blaming that on us. No, I'm not taking that on us. No.
Listen,
no.
The South was mad, dog. They was mad at us.
No, I can tell you what happened. It's really simple what happened. After the last time New York had a sound was the Dipset era. After that, it turned into what's hot, let me sound like that. Now,
not completely.
Not completely, but as far as trying to get on, trying to get your name out there, and trying to create a buzz for yourself, it was okay. What's hot? What's the sound right now? What's on the radio? Let me sound like that.
You know what? Because Pop Smoke came up on drill. My bad. Go ahead. You got me thinking. Now.
No, what I was going to say is I'm going to tell you what expedited that is. Again, YouTube and these kind of platforms that took out the A&R job where you could just have somebody throw a whole video up on YouTube and then get a million views with SoundCloud, all of them type of platforms where you could just throw up your music on there with no type of middle person to try to critique it or smooth it out or give it, any type of smooth out the rough edges and all of that. Taking out that middle layer, now you got people that's like, okay, this is what's hot right now. This is what everybody's listening to. I want to sound like this. And it turned into, it didn't matter where you was from. You just sounded like what was hot on the radio. Because and the perfect example of that is people thought Designer was Future. Designer's from Brooklyn. He had no business sounding like that on Panda. No,
but I think that's two different arguments. I think what you're saying is valid in terms of region and sound. What I'm talking about is the blatant disregard for being good. That came. It's like the pants sagging that the generations do. It's like it's rebelling, and I feel like the generation of Cardi, Yachty, even Kodak, like it was around it because I'm working in the schools and they're playing me the music that's emerging from SoundCloud. And it's automatically trying to not be good at rap. Right. And it's a blatant smack in the face at the legends and the forefathers and everybody that was like, yo, you got to be nice. You got to be nice. They were like, no, we don't want to be nice. Little Uzi's going up to the radio station like, I don't have to be nice. True. It's a vibe.
And in this era, you don't have to be. But I do you a comparable. I'll give you a great comparison from our era that'll make sense. Again, you saying like nobody wants to sound good. Everybody just wants a vibe, right?
Yep.
You go back to the Black Album. Jay-Z said, "Truthfully, I wanted to rhyme like Common Sense."
Yeah.
Then I did 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like Common Sense.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing. Like, will we want our artists to sound a certain way? We want our artists to be nice and they can be dope and they spit lyrics and all of that. What's selling right now is I'll shoot you in the chest, I'll wet you.
But even that is different from not rhyming, not making sense. You're talking about making hit records saying I don't want to rhyme like Common Sense, meaning I'm not going to be deep. I'm not going to be pro-black. I'm not going to say things. I'm not going to have substance on every record. I'm going to make girl songs. I'm going to make hits. That's still rhyming well. These guys were like, I'm going to go hippity bobba the boot, bobba the top. I'm going to shoot your face. Like it turned into a hook for 16 bars. I'm going to go in the booth. I'm going to say some funny shit. I'm going to say some cool shit. And it's gonna take over, right? They're not thinking about this is a hit, like that. It's a vibe. And to go even further, I was mentoring kids that were rhyming, and I was telling them about interviews, and I'm like, yo, when you do an interview, you need to speak clearly, you need to show your personality, you need to, smile, show who you are. They be like, Coach, look at this. Show me a fucking Kodak Black interview where they looking down.
And he looking like a camera,
not saying no words, mumbling, 700,000 views. They like, what you talking about, Coach?
I don't need to do, and again, I don't need none of that. Again,
I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right. I don't know being good is not the thing anymore.
It's not. It's not being a thing a while ago.
I think, and I'm gonna kind of go. Well, I call it deep for my thought process because it's two things to that. I think this generation really has an issue with imposter syndrome, number one. And I think that quantifies in so many different career fields, especially with rapping, especially with singing. Even DJs I know who are younger than me, they're like, they don't think they're worthy of the success that they're having. And these are actually, talented DJs. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? So I think that's part of it. That's one side of it. But then I also think we're missing a period of hip hop where it started to change, where it started to go from where skills mattered, song structure mattered, making sense matter, and to where I could just say anything as long as it's a vibe. I think Lil Wayne is partly, I don't want to say to blame, but is responsible for a lot of that transition from I'm spitting storytelling, putting these bars together to I'm gonna just say whatever's on my mind because it's a vibe.
But wasn't Wayne still good at rhyming?
Yeah, Wayne was good at rhyming still, though. Wayne was still very good at rhyming. Like,
I'm talking. Okay, let me be clear. I'm talking about project-wise, not just on particular singles. I'm talking about after a Millie, and I'm talking about pre-Carter 4, somewhere in there, in that range. I remember Wayne trying to put certain stories together, and he just didn't care no more. His stories would be 4 bars, and that's it. If that. You know what I'm saying?
He rapped, man. I can't put that on Wayne. He rapped.
Yeah,
he rapped.
I could be mistaken.
His content, maybe.
Yeah, now his content can be repetitive, and he might say the same thing over like it's sex and drugs. We get that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I'm not even knocking him for that. But I just meant from trying to follow how his song pattern is and his bars are on one, not even a whole verse, but just on half a verse. It's like it doesn't flow. It doesn't flow. It doesn't connect. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I think it started to drift. Like, that's my perspective. Maybe it's a DJ thing. It's not.
Yeah.
It's me. It's me.
I think the person that you're looking to blame is Future. I think that is where your real blame is. And it's not a bad blame.
Before him, though.
Huh?
I think it started before him, though.
Oh, you don't remember Tony Montana? Have you heard Tony Montana?
Listen, let me tell you something. I'll give you a funny story about the whole Future thing. You know who introduced me to Future? My brother-in-law, who lives in Mississippi, is the one who told me about Future. Came up here, visited one time.
Racks on Racks?
Racks on Racks on Racks, Tony Montana, Magic, Fitzgerald, and now in Park a lot, do Mad, all of that. Yeah. However, what I'm saying is, as far as the not saying anything and really not saying too much, I think that started before Future. I'll go as far as,
where would you go? Please tell me.
Before Future, but after Wayne.
Before Future, but after
Dub's
Wayne.
In the building. Trust the shootout. What up?
Double O. What up?
I think. All right. While you think about that, imagine being 14 years old, right? You like, yo, I think I want to rap, and you hear Tony Montana, Tony Montana, Tony Montana, Tony Montana.
What? Yeah.
Tony Montana, Tony Montana.
The whole song, yeah. Take up from my ears, Tony
and
Montana.
You like,
yeah.
This is hard, right?
That's your
and
response,
then you like,
right?
I want to do that.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah. It makes it easy. It makes the entrance to the game very easy.
Punchline, not only
I don't remember nothing.
Is he a genius by doing that, but he auto-tuned it, so now you take what we liked about like a Ja Rule or 50 Cent, where they use harmony, and now he's taking it to another level, where every song he's singing.
Listen, let me tell you something. March Madness is still one of the greatest songs ever created on planet Earth. I'm sorry.
He's a great writer.
He's an absolute wonderful writer. And I think he has just mastered that his charisma is worth more than his rapping.
Right.
But because if you think about it, he has moments. Because if you think about his appearance on Scientists and Engineers, he actually floated. Yeah. He did some things on Scientists and Engineers. So he has moments.
We're talking about
Migos did have a big part. There you go, Dub. Migos did have a big part in that.
Yeah, but Migos was after.
Migos and Future's
no. Well,
Migos at the same time.
But here's the thing about Migos. Migos was more of a flow. That was like the pumpernickel flow. Pumpernickel. Like that was a flow. Right?
Here, bro. This nigga said pumpernickel.
That was a flow. They still was rapping.
Yeah. Takeoff was dope.
I'm talking about
Takeoff was nice.
Takeoff is nice. I'm talking about influence. I'm talking about when people hear something and they
influence, Future,
and
that's what I said.
Horribly.
That's why I said designer had no business. There was no reason for me. The very first time I heard Panda, there's no reason that I thought that was like it sounded entirely like there's no influence and sounding like someone are two completely different things.
But
someone can influence
without Future, there's no designer.
Without
right.
Without Kanye,
Future, I don't think
designer.
there's a.
But
I don't think there's a Yachty. I don't think there's a Uzi. Yeah. I don't think anybody feels the confidence to be like, yo, I could do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody actually said, somebody Trust the Shooter said, wish his cousin Coco a happy birthday. He's a big Shaw fan.
Yo, what up, Coco? Happy birthday.
Yeah. Friday night.
I got like 4 fans out there. I gotta show more love, baby.
Show more love.
Show more love. All 4 y'all. Shoot. Happy
That's
birthday.
all it takes, bro. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. That's all.
They're like, oh, word, y'all going? Wait, so are y'all going live every Friday? Is that the plan, or?
We try to.
We try to keep it up. Yeah. We want to. We got people that send us music. So our plan was to play music that people send us and have them come on and talk. Okay. Have people put us on the music. Like we just want to do something different, man. So that's the plan.
I got it.
Nightcap.
Yeah.
Friday Night Live.
This Friday Night Cap Live.
Yeah, come on back, man. Come on back.
Whatever it takes to get people to stop watching and listening to Ocho Cinco, I'm all for it, man.
Oh,
nah, don't do that. You know your boy. Anyway, before I get
I like Chad, man.
Do you?
Man, listen, man.
I like Chad.
Chad with me.
You like his energy. With me. He don't really be saying much of nothing, bro. He really don't.
I like that. After people's career, they find another lane.
I'm
not hating on him getting money. I'm not hating on him.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm just saying he's not good at it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I could listen. Shannon Sharp is a great friend, man.
He absolutely is. Because
great friend.
He's a great guy to keep him around. Be like, I'm gonna keep my guy.
Yeah, man. Because he ain't have to do that. Because he knew when he do the joint with Gilbert, it's like they flowing. It's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I appreciate guys being like, yo, that career is over. Let me find something else. And Shannon is he's a wonderful human being.
God,
he's amazing.
He's a wonderful human being.
The one thing, one of the few things that sounds messed up. One of the things I admire about Ocho is how he always talk about saving his money and how he handled his salary from the NFL and all of that. I was just like, damn, you know how different, how he's in the top 2% of NFL players who did that. It's just like, and he was willing to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always salute him for that. So I want to listen to him on Nightcap, but I don't even like listening to ESPN. So I'm a little bit different. So
okay,
I don't. It's all the same regurgitation. You know who I do like, and I don't even catch him that often. Colin Coward. Is that my saying his name?
Oh, you like him?
I do.
He's annoying as shit to me. I mean, I watch him. But some of his takes, I'll be like, really? Like you're going a little too far. He can be annoying at times.
All of them guys are holding on. They holding on.
Yeah, for dear life.
They hold on.
They hold on life right now.
Skip is done.
Yeah, I think he about to start doing talk radio and be out of here and get a deal.
Pretty much. That's all.
You know what I mean? I think his cool factor is gone.
Oh,
I think he burnt through that. I don't even know if Wayne messed with him like that anymore. You know what I mean?
He transitioned to a little podcast space that he has.
And his subs going down. He challenged Gil to come on or debate Gil. Gil was like, Skip.
Come on, Skip.
Yeah. Like Gil know he on the come up right now. He know he hot.
Oh yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna ride this wave, buddy.
Gil did that first take a couple Fridays ago. He was up there cheesing like, yo,
I made
it.
It's
I didn't even know he got on there.
He got on there last week.
And then Stephen A came on there.
I made it.
Man, listen.
That's it.
So wait, let me ask y'all this then real quick. Who would y'all consider the best athlete-led podcasts right now? If you had to pick 2, I don't even need 3. Just give me 2.
Conversation is killing them right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Conversation is wild. What I'm not a fan of is current players with podcasts like talking the game. I'm not a fan of that.
Nah.
I think you could be using that time.
I like doing on a JJ show, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like Draymond Green, and not that they're bad shows. Yeah, not that they're bad shows, but just like
it's
active,
weird.
Current basketball players having these podcast spaces. I'm not like I said, it's not that they're bad shows. I just feel like that time and or that energy that you're using to spend this 1 or 2 hours in a podcast space could be better served, practicing or doing something.
We know it's not 1 or 2 hours. We doing it.
Exactly. We do it. So I know like the 1 or 2 hours we see, you really spent like 5.
Even if you're just talent, even if you're just showing up.
Right.
The energy that it takes, the thought, the preparation, like the promo, whatever it is, off season maybe. But when you're trying to win a chip, like you sitting down talking about other like Draymond, talking about Stephen A and all that, you're giving it too much energy.
Too much energy. I feel like that's not.
You're not shooting 100% from the free throw line to be taking this time. Like you should be in the gym, bro.
Yeah, you could be working. Like, and these are people that got podcasts that are not in a space where their space in the league is secure. And he averaged 30 a game. Like, bro, you a bench player. Like, you got Austin Rivers doing podcasts and shit. I'm like, bro, ain't you looking for a 10-day?
I do love Kendrick Perkins as a personality. I will say
I love Kendrick Perkins. I love Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, I love Kendrick Perkins. He's himself.
Tell me why. Time out. Let's talk about Perk for a second. Why do y'all love that natural personality that he has, that he doesn't try to change who he is? I love it. Like, you know how some people, like, when they get to that kind of space, they try to completely forget about where they come from and they try to fix the way they talk. They try to straighten up their language. They try to fix their posture. Perk, like, listen, you got to slide them puppies and you got to get in this and you got to get on and get your behind in gear, man, because I don't know. I ain't got time.
He be out of breath, sitting down.
Keep
a cool booty.
Keep a cool, listen, man, you got to keep a cool booty.
Yo, listen, he got spoofed on SNL already. So
I did see that.
What SNL you made it?
Nah, Perk is great. The fact that he makes jokes about his status in the league, and he's knowledgeable and real about where he played. He's looking like me out there. Like, that's dope. Like, that's fire.
Listen, and nothing like when you can be your authentic self in front of the cameras and for America to see.
Yeah.
Like, he don't care how country he is. He don't care about how much Texas talk how much Texas slang he used.
I love
it.
He
don't care about none of that.
And people like Brandon Jennings and Rashad McCants are sometimes a little delusional about how good they were, which, I get.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, because if you killed at one point in your life, if you was nice, that's in your head. Like, yo, I'm nice.
Listen,
like, saying you the best in the draft class. Wow. Listen. But to answer your question, Gil's Arena is my favorite. I watch Gil's Arena.
Yeah, Gil's probably the dopest. Absolutely.
Okay. I watch Gil's frequently. I love Knuckleheads too. I love the authenticity, and the reason I love them is because they weren't NBA All-Stars, and their posture on the show, it doesn't exude that they feel like they're lesser. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just they know who they were. They ain't even as good as Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, like, in terms of their status in the league.
That's right.
Yeah, but they don't come across like they're, like they was bums. And I like their style. I like how they come across. I think it's a dope show.
I like Knuckleheads too. It's not one of my favorites, but I do enjoy catching the occasional clip.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the humble confidence.
Yes,
I think that's a good way of putting it. That comes across, and I like that. I really thought y'all were gonna say Matt Barnes and what's your man?
Oh, All the Smoke.
Steven Jackson.
I love All the Smoke too. Yeah, it's a great show. It's a great show.
Once you make Showtime, listen, you on another level.
Yeah.
Well, no. I don't. I see. Listen, just because you have a connect.
No, I mean I get that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know how that works.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
That's always been how it works, though.
Yeah, listen, it's like I've been doing this podcast stuff, the actual term podcast for years before it even called it that. So you have. What am I saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to come across as sounding jaded, but it's just like there's a certain quality level that I think a lot of these podcasts don't even meet, right? And so people be like, yo, you just hating because you ain't doing them numbers. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can separate my constructive criticism from your popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing about me. I know I'm blessed. I know I get opportunities that other people wish they had. So I ain't jealous about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So when I say, I be like, that spot some people get, you know, it's a relationship look. And I notice how the industry works and things like that, but it's just like, it'd be hard to get behind and be like, yo, I need you to watch this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I talk about y'all show whenever hip hop comes up. And I can do that not because I know y'all, because I know the quality. I know the work y'all put in. You see what I'm saying? It's different from when I'm watching some of these other shows and I'd be like, yo, they don't even know what they're talking about. They just repeating what they heard somewhere else. So that's what I mean by that. So anyway, let me get off my soapbox. Sorry.
Nah, I appreciate that. That's why we wanted you here to add a different perspective. So.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Taking in the Truth too. I fuck with Taking in the Truth too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Taking the Truth. Yeah.
So wait, y'all don't think Kevin Garnett be doing too much?
Nah, Kev, listen, I love that energy, man.
He
podcasts with the same energy he played with.
He himself.
You gotta love that.
Yeah,
you gotta love that, bro.
Paul be spaced out sometimes,
I
but
believe it. Yeah, like
you burnt, Lord. You burnt, Lord.
Ticket is the truth, man.
Chill, Lord,
his perspective is so real, man. Like
exactly.
Nah, I love Tick, man.
Nah, you burnt, Lord. Chill, Lord.
That is
chill, Lord. You burnt, Lord.
Ticket might be the greatest, man. Like,
yo,
listen, man.
He's real, yo.
He does a good balance. He does a good balance of giving actual breakdowns and then that entertainment value as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He kind of reminds me of going back to hip hop. He reminds me of like how David Banner is now when he does interviews versus when he first started. When David Banner first started doing interviews and doing panels, they're killing us. We don't know how to get across. And now David Banner is like, well, you know, if you talk to Donald Glover, it's totally different Banner. But he knows how to turn it on and turn it off, though. And that's why I love how Banner has grown and how he really represents the culture now.
Cool. Well, before we get out of here, tell everybody where they can hear and see and what you got going on.
Okay, podcast wise, at DJ Knots is probably the best way. On Instagram, I still ain't messing with TikTok. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll be showing my great.
I want to, man, but I don't know what to do.
Old man on the court.
Old man on the corner.
Learning a new language. But anyway, answer your question, at DJ Knots at Instagram, on Instagram is probably the best way. At Hip Hop Is Back on all platforms. We do have a Hip Hop Is Back page on TikTok. We just starting to build that up. Because, you know, the kids over there, they need to see the positivity and what the culture is really about. What else? Pause for Applause, the podcast on IG is at P4AP Pod. That's P the number 4 AP Pod.
Yes.
I know it's a lot. But that YouTube is getting in, is doing some things. But that's probably the best way. Everything else, like I said, will come through those two hubs. The Real Review and the other podcasts I'm on. Just check on there. You know, I got to leverage the audience I've been working for and blessed with. So, yeah, that's the best way to get in contact with me.
Yes, sir. And we have another show that we're working on that we want to have you on as well. And it's okay for me to talk about it, boy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, man.
We got another show. It's called The Spotters, and it focuses on mental and physical health. So what it is we get together. Right now, it's 3 of us, me, Boardwalk, my man, LG. We get together, we work out, do a workout, and whoever is wants to bring something to the table, they kind of pause in the middle and brings an issue. They in the hot seat, and the other 2 are the spotters and get the weight off his chest. So you know, and the show, while we shooting it, nobody really knows what this person is gonna bring to the table. So we want to definitely have guests come in, and we want to celebrate mental health and just brothers talking and being able to lift each other up. And we get deep, but that sometimes, like you said, sometimes it's light. Sometimes it's everything is always going to be who we are. So it's going to be some jokes in there. So it's fun. It's a dope show, man. We haven't put it out yet, but that's something we want to definitely have you on as well.
Got it on.
No, I'm there to say the word. That concept is ill. So we can meditate on there too.
Yeah, we can do whatever. Yeah.
Say less.
It's wide open.
Say less. I can talk about my MVPs, brother. Yeah, I'm with it. Just let me know when to say the word.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Thank y'all for tuning in on Friday Night Live. No bars off.
All 80 y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming through, spending y'all Friday night with us. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Not, for popping in, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, brothers.
Yeah, not a problem.
Right,
thank you for finding a spot in your busy schedule, bro.
Real. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace.
Peace.